Hi, I'm author Bailey Thomas, and if you're a reader, writer, reviewer, content creator, or part of the book community, you're in the right place. And if you're none of these, you're still in the right place, because this YouTube channel is for everyone. I'm just trying to make the world a better place one book, story, or YouTube video at a time. So whether you're here to learn how to write a book, celebrate books, or just to have fun, I'm glad you're here. Welcome everyone back to my channel. Hopefully you've been following along this whole time and you've been waiting the much anticipated step 4, one of the most fun steps of the guide, which is create a cover that sells. As a reminder, if you want to follow along with the journey, I have a free checklist on my website which has the broad 7 steps that we're going over right now. So you can supplement this YouTube video with that guide. I also have a paid one on my site. It goes more in depth. So if you like the free one, you like these YouTube videos, and you're like, oh my gosh, I want more, you can also check out the paid one too. There's also a marketing one on there, but we can slow down. We're not there yet. But if you want to jump ahead, you can go and grab that as well because there is a bundled price. So if you want both of them, that's cool too. But if you're just sticking around for the YouTube videos and you're like, that's all I need, or the free guide is enough for you, that is totally fine. I'm just here to help you write a book, and we are on step 4. So buckle up. It's going to be a fun and creative ride. So the first point under create a cover that sells is analyze covers in your category. So this is kind of just studying the covers in the genre that you want to write about. Look at the books, pay attention to the details, the colors, the styles, the layout, look how they balance the typography with the graphics. Kind of just take some time, which is actually, I think, a fun task. We're just gonna go research some book covers. We're literally breaking the golden rule of judging a book by its cover, and because that's exactly what we were going to do. But we're not copying, we're just getting inspired. We're seeing what elements that we see reoccurring in our genre, and so that we can incorporate those into our books so that the reader can expect the correct genre that would be in. Because imagine we put fun, fluffy stuffed animals on our psychological thriller. Might not go well unless the stuffed animal is just like, it's got like fuzz hanging out of it. So what better way than to really hone in on step 4 of create a cover that sells than to create a cover. Yes, you and me, we're going to go through these steps under create a cover that sells, and we're going to do it together. We're going to create a cover, and this cover is going to be the bestseller. Just kidding, because there's no words to it. We're just creating a cover, but how fun. We're going to go through this together. So we have to first analyze covers in our category. So I just went to Amazon and we're going to create a workplace romance cover because why not? It's kind of fun. So as we study these covers in our category, I think it's pretty obvious that suits are a pretty main object in these covers. You can see there's a lot of ties, dress shirts, just kind of high level seeing what kind of covers that are in workplace romance, kind of just like, to the point text, pretty workplacey, I'd say. But yeah, I think the suits is a main element that we should incorporate in our covers since we're doing a workplace romance, and I think the reader will definitely get that vibe with a suit. So that was analyze covers in your categories. Obviously, please go more in depth when you do it on your end. We're just doing it for fun. But I just went to Amazon. You can go to the library. You can just do a Google search of workplace romances if that's the cover that you're going to do, and just see what elements pop up. Again, we're not copying any of these. We're just getting inspiration, and I think a suit has inspired me. We are creating a cover that sells today. Step 4, we're creating the bestseller right here, right now, a workplace romance. And so far it's going amazing because we've analyzed covers in our category, which is workplace romance, and we have realized there's a lot of suits, ties, dress shirts. So we were inspired. We know what a high level of what we want our cover to look like. And for some info on me, I hire a cover designer because you will see shortly that my art skills non-existent. Can write a book, cannot create the cover of the book. But we're going to go through all avenues. Some people, if you don't want to hire someone or you are creative yourself and you know how to do it, I just use Canva. I think it's a really good resource. That's what we're going to use today of where I create my cover. But if you can draw, if you have any art ability, or you have a super cool system that you use, more power to you. I'm just giving all options and exploring everything that's out there. So the cover today, again, we are doing on Canva. We're designing it ourselves. And I do not do that because you're going to see I do not have a lot of talent in that area. But since we have analyzed covers in our category, I feel like we're pretty good on the direction we're going. But we also have to design with our readers in mind. So we're going to think about the promise that our cover is going to convey. Maybe there's a more nuance in a workplace romance. Maybe it's like a thriller workplace romance. Maybe we'll have a little blood spatter on the suit. Maybe it's a love triangle workplace romance. Maybe we'll have two people on the side and then one in the middle. We're just gonna go with workplace romance general today, but maybe just think about what your reader would expect when diving into your book. We're gonna aim for clarity. We want to be clear. Yes, we're gonna have a suit on there. I think we're pretty sure on that, but maybe we're not gonna have a suit and a car and shoes and a watch and a closet and a bedroom and 5 people in a cubicle. Probably not gonna work out. I think our reader might get a little confused. So let's just make sure when we're designing, we have studied some top books in our category, but we are also designing with our reader in mind and making sure that we are meeting their expectations in our genre. Okay, so I have just created a random title on the clock. That is my creative name I came up with for this imaginary workplace romance that we're creating. So again, I'm on Canva right now and I'm searching for suits because that seemed to be a pretty dead giveaway that this cover is going to be about a workplace romance. I like this suit. I feel like it looks professional. Might make someone be like, "Ooh, I want to read this," because the suit alone is amazing. And now, definitely, when we're creating a cover, we have to make sure the title is clear. I think that's a pretty important part of all the covers we saw. The title was very clear. It wasn't like very like flimsy and poetic style. It's more just kind of like to the point, probably like a corporate workplace. So I'm gonna keep the font pretty to the point, pretty basic. I think it was just kind of like a standard one that Canva already had for me. And I'm just gonna only brighten up the title a bit so that we can actually see it, because I feel like the reader would want to know what the title is, and I would want them to know what the title is of the book. So I'm just gonna brighten that up a little bit and then pick a background. It gave me white as a default, and I mean, it was fine, but I think I'm trying to like different colors to see what I like. I guess that's fine. It's like, I mean, it's supposed to be blue. It looks more like off-white, but we'll just keep it. It's a corporate, boring workplace romance, I guess. But we got our suit, we got our title, but I want to give more of like a high-end workplace. So maybe we add a little watch in here to get a little more exciting on this cover. Not just a suit, but a watch. This is an important businessman on in our cover. He's very important. So I think it's getting very corporate. We can tell workplace, but I think that the romance of the workplace romance part is lacking. So let's add a little romantic element. Nothing too crazy, because again, I don't want the cover to be too busy. Like when we were researching, they were all like kind of just like one person, wasn't too much going on. So I don't want to busy up the cover too much, but I do want to show that this is a workplace romance, emphasis on the romance. So it's going to get a little hard in there. We'll put it to the back so it's not right in the front. And that is our cover on the clock, workplace romance. I think the reader would definitely get the point on that. And of course, we have to add our name to the author of this on the clock workplace that has no other content to it besides the cover and the title. But I don't know, looking at that, would you pick up this book? I think it's pretty cool. I'm having so much fun with you guys creating a cover that is going to sell millions of copies. And it's kind of a fun aspect of being an author. We worked so hard to get our words onto the paper and edit them and get them ready for publishing. And now we get to have fun and create this amazing cover. And of course, we analyzed covers in our category because we want to make sure that we gave the readers what they're expecting in that genre, workplace romance. We don't want a water park on the front. And then we did design with the reader in mind. We wanted to make sure that what would my reader expect when they pick up this cover? And I think we portrayed that well with the suit and the hearts. And show that this is a workplace romance. So the last thing we are going to do is finalize our cover. We're going to make sure everything is nice and clean. And Kindles are like black and white sometimes. Like, would this cover look good in black and white? Would it look good on a thumbnail size? We're just kind of going to do one little brief peek at it, maybe share it with a friend and see what they think. For creating this cover in like less than 5 minutes, I mean, I think it's pretty fine. Just like looking at it, this was a real cover, I'd probably change a lot. Maybe like the suit, like, could we get like a little pocket thing in there that represents, something that's going on in the book? I probably wouldn't just put hearts in a watch smack in the middle and be like, on the clock right here, hearts in a watch. I think I would make the title a lot bigger just because I feel like it's kind of getting lost a little bit in our cover. But I mean, overall, I don't think it's too bad for 5 minutes. Hopefully, you spend a little bit longer on yours. But I think this is also helpful if like you do hire a cover creator and like what you want in your head, but you just can't like bring it to art. Like, I could bring this to a cover designer and be like, this is the essence of the cover I'm going for. Can you make this like 100 times better? But for a first pass, for just fun YouTube video, I think On the Clock is the new New York Times bestseller based on the cover alone. Congratulations, you made it through step 4. You created a cover that sold, and I already know I'm gonna see it getting award for best cover ever created because you watched this video and you got inspired by On the Clock. Also, comment below if you actually would read On the Clock, because now I'm thinking about it, I think that cover was pretty good. Designed in less than 5 minutes, I think it was pretty good. Now I'm like inspired. I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to create another cover. I would never create my own covers for my books because I'm not the best at it. But again, I might send it to my cover designer and be like, I'm inspired by this cover. Can you make something based on that? But anyways, I'm so glad you guys are a part of my journey. I'm happy to be a part of yours. Again, comment below if there's something that I missed in this video, and I'll try to tailor a video to it. Because again, I'm here for you guys. And also, I am a self-published author too. I'm so excited I get to say that. So if you do check out my books, they are linked in my description. Every order truly does mean a lot to me. I get so excited every time I get an order. I'm like, oh my gosh, someone wants to read my work. It is truly so exciting. And that's going to be you too, if it's not yet, because we're only on step 4. We still have 3 more to go, and that's going to be you too. I'm so excited for you. Again, and if you're a reader and you want to send me your favorite book, I have a P.O. box linked in my description. And if you're an author and you want to send me your book, in future videos, I do want to share books that I have received from other authors just to spread the love in the book community. The book community has done so much for me, so it's the least I could do to give back. So feel free to like, comment, subscribe. We're almost there, guys. 3 more steps. So excited that you guys are here. So happy reading, and I'll see you next time.